Here, my man B.Y. Jennings. What's good, man?
What's up, man? Thank good, man.
I'm chilling, yo. What's up with you?
Not much, man. Just came from over London, working with Derek. You know, fight got canceled between him and Dylan White. So.
Oh shit, they were supposed to rumble?
Yeah, they was definitely supposed to rumble. But you know, it was something that somebody didn't like, so technically things didn't go the way that the way that they wanted it to go. So they're gonna reschedule it though.
Is the UK like your second home? I know you spend a lot of time out there.
Yeah, UK is my safe space. So whenever I'm there, I really get to think. Like right now, I got like a bunch of things like written down that I started to ponder on, and like it's like plans and goals, and so like I can only get this type of clarity when I'm away from home, more so in the UK.
Okay. Now, for you, had a really, really good career. You fought the best. You're not officially retired, right?
No, it's crazy.
So, like, what's your status, B?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm ready, and I'm ready for more now than before. I ain't gonna say ever, but more now than before. Because before, it's just like I do it if somebody interested or whatever, because it's like I really just got like a natural ability to stay. Wow. I
really he had to get on the seat. He had to get on his tippy toes now.
Yeah, I really got natural ability to just do things at a high level. And what I see now is it's not something that's actually pushing me away, so easily. It's not something that I feel like it don't need me or it can't use me. And then with like a situation like with this Riyadh season thing and all that stuff like that, and like taking it over there, man, taking it over there is something that I gotta do that. I need that.
Now, B, you're a devout Muslim. Like, what is it like seeing, like huge, massive events in a place that I would imagine you've always wanted to visit, being that's in the region where the religion was started?
Right, yeah. So 2019, I actually attended, the Joshua and Ruiz, the rematch, and Riyadh's beautiful. Right, and then even before like COVID messed a lot of things up, because before COVID it was this thing where I was speaking with a couple of the guys, big heavy hitters down there, and I was in the tip like, all right, well look, I had just got to fight scratch from what was that for the COVID stuff, and like for me not doing the COVID, the Oscar Rivas joint or whatever, and I was like, all right, look, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna do something good. So I was like, look, let me go over here, study the religion, learn the language, and I can also be a trainer or whatever. And they liked the idea because technically they didn't have no real solid people that was really like representing the boxing game, because Riyadh was like it's like the new boxing thing. Yes. Give it to me. Yeah, back to our regular schedule program. You know what I mean?
But
go ahead.
Like you said, it's like the capital. It's kind of like the capital of boxing. Like it used to be Las Vegas.
At this point, yes.
Yeah, but right now, within the last couple of years, Riyadh is the capital.
Right, at this point, yes. You see it, yeah. So it's the capital. But like I say, I had opportunities to visit. I had opportunities to, almost, some almost things that's going on, and I need that. I need that, and I see how the Muslim community is embracing, a lot of Muslim fighters, and it's not about prioritizing them or playing favoritism. It really is just about cultivating exactly what we stand for as Muslims. So these are some things that us as Muslims, we do a good job. When it comes to fighting, when it comes to conducting ourselves, when it comes to representing a whole belief, a whole religion, and I need that, because technically when it comes to a lot of different influences around the boxing game, I still could hold myself at a high space. When it comes to like the fans, when it comes to other people, I don't really, but when it comes to like fighters, if it's a fighter circle, you be like, yeah, I get my respect, I get mine where it's due, So, these are some of the things that keep me right there to be like, hey, I still got to get that. I need that.
For me, it's beautiful because when you go out to Cali, you go out to Vegas, of course, you know, it's a lot of Mexicans in that area. So when you're a Mexican fighter, you performing out there,
Right.
you get a lot of love. You go out to the UK, you in Wembley, you from the UK, a lot of love, right?
Right.
It's beautiful to see y'all. You know, even though y'all Americans, you're not from Saudi, but go out there and get standing ovations. And it's like it's now the home for the Muslim fighter, not only just for other fighters, but the home for the Muslim fighter.
Yeah, right. And it's something different when it comes to boxing. It's something new. And when it comes to accepting, you know, Riyadh season and Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know, it's like, hey, let's put on our Muslim fighters so they can accept us more, so they can see how we are supposed to perform and how we're supposed to act and, you know, behave through, you know, see how they are supposed to act and behave through us, you know, because technically somebody might see, you know, Saudi with the, you know, with the head wrap on and all that, and the only thing they think, oh, billionaire and oil and Taliban and all that. It'd be like, no, bro, like this is what we represent. And you know, it's a lot of miseducation and it's a lot of uneducated people in the world, or in America basically, or in the world that don't know about, you know, the details of Islam, the details of being a Muslim and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that putting this on the forefront and putting other Muslims such as myself, you know, on in a way where we can represent this shit, you know, it's good. Look at me, that's crazy. Stuff like
Speaking of Muslim fighters in Riyadh season, your Muslim brother Devin Haney just got a victory in Riyadh season against Brian Norman. What's your thoughts on the fight?
Norman was outclassed, and the crazy thing is Norman put up a good talk. You know, he was doing a lot of good antics, but I guess he just wasn't good enough to be able to put up good enough of a fight to be able to say, okay, I belong here. I might not have won, but I belong here. But it literally was like a complete outclass situation. And then to think that this was the same person talking about boots, like what? Nah, I didn't see anything that would pose a point within like the higher level or the next level. I mean, even, you know, what he showed in Devin, is like that's the next level right there. But he didn't. He was outclassed big time.
Did it shock you that Dev sat him down?
No, listen, Dev always been nice. How about that? He's always been nice, but it's just that he had like certain circumstances in his career that, you know, it kind of like chipped away at who he was to people because of how he might have reacted or how the fight went and how things was just like transpiring and stuff like that. So, you know, it was a lot of things. So he had something to prove. You know, and the fact that he had something to prove was like, hey, he was capable of doing that. You know, even though, you know, Dev is not necessarily like the puncher, but like always box, you know, like a complete game, you know. And so yeah, that nigga up. But yeah, I think that I think that I wasn't too surprised, you know. Now if it would have been like it was like a flash, not a flash joint, but it was a good joint. He caught him clean.